Hey everybody, it's Dr. Sam and I hope that all of you are doing great. Today I'm doing an MCR 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge inspired video. So I did a whole outfit, I'll show you that in a second. And then I did a whole tutorial for this look. So I did roses and some blood splatters like the Demolition Lovers and other characters from the album art. I have this rosary nose chain. I have like vampire name inspired lipstick. I have some lace for Helena's dress. I have the background colors to the album art, a razor on a rosary, which is a reference to the lyric from the razor to the rosary. And then the, what do you call it? The Ring of Fire logo that they had. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it for you guys. Yeah, here it is. So this is my outfit. I have like a little album cover tie-dye shirt. I have a little black skirt with some red tulle under it to kind of look like Helena's dress. And then I have like ribbed stockings. And I have these sparkly shoes. I have my jacket that I made. I have a whole video on my channel on how I made it. That's the whole look. Here is the back of the jacket. I painted it all myself. I have some lace on the back. On the sleeve I have a patch I made. I have all the lyrics to, or like all the text that's in the I'm Not Okay music video. This sleeve is all rosaries, and then this one has a razor blade on it for that lyric. And then here's the front with all the buttons and pins that I've made and collected for it. And then here's a pansy patch. And it's kind of hard to see, but this is like a little holographic. My little 3 Cheer for Sweet Revenge Demolition Lovers earrings. I have a really old, really broken spiked collar. I have this tiny little poison jar necklace. Okay, so we're starting off with a white foundation. This is from Sunset Makeup. And this is just straight white foundation. And I have a little bat-shaped makeup palette. I'm choosing to do white foundation over my regular shade because all the characters in the album art are like how do you say it? like computer paper white. So I'm trying to emulate that. If you have a deeper skin tone and you don't want to make your skin white, then obviously don't do that. Just use your regular foundation, but I am already almost like paper white, so that's what we're doing. Now this specific foundation really needs 2 coats to be like an opaque white, and I was kind of aiming for that, but like I don't think it will make like that much difference in the overall look if I just like leave it at 1 coat. See, I'm already like pretty white with this, but if you want like white, it'll take 2 coats, but I'm not really too concerned about that. This is white enough for me. You'll see I am covering my under eye bags. I never do that. I'm only doing that because I am literally changing the color of my skin. Not gonna lie, I'm only like stopping right at the chin because I want it to be like a mask. So now we're just gonna set that. I'm gonna use NYX's HD finishing powder, and this is the translucent one. For my next step, I'm going into the Hip Dot / My Chemical Romance 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge inspired collection, and I'm going to go into the palette. So this is what it looks like. It's got a mirror, and then here are all the colors, and they all have like little images pressed into them. I'm gonna go in with this kind of like angled like contour brush, and then I'm going to go into this gray color. You can kind of see it's like that bloody face on the I'm Not Okay single CD, and it's called Shotgun Sinners. I'm just gonna lightly press into it, just barely, and I'm gonna use that as my contour because a lot of the faces of the white face paint characters in 3 Cheers all have like gray shadow because they're paper white. And then just lightly following my jaw, just to give like a little bit more of a separation. Then I'm going to go in with my brow brush, and then I'm going to just do my brows. I'm going to go into this black shade, which has the dude of the Demolition Lovers, and it's called Serpent Sun. Black is the kiss, the touch of a serpent sun. But we all know this. So I'm gonna try to keep them relatively thin, but I haven't shaped them in a while, so we'll see how that turns out. This is, okay, this shit's pigmented. Okay. I've used this palette before, but it's been a while because I've been saving it for this video. Are they even? No, but do I care? Also no. So next I'm going to go in with Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which is just an eye primer. And just put a little bit on my eyelids. So I'm going to take, this is actually just a paintbrush, and I have a little cup of water in front of me. And so what I'm going to do, I have this palette, this is a Morphe palette, yeah. Morphe Avani Greg palette. I don't really know who that is. I assume a makeup artist. And it has these wet liners at the bottom. I'm going to go into that red one, which is called Gymnast Mems. Don't know how I feel about that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to emulate the Demolition Lovers by having that like very painterly blood splatter on my cheeks to act as like the blush. I'm so creative, what can I say? Because I'm using a paintbrush and it's a flat brush that holds a lot of water, it's not going to carry the pigment that it usually would if you were using it as just like a straight liner. Or at least I hope it won't. I tested it out on my hand and it looked like it worked the way I wanted it to. See how that like kind of like looks like watercolor? And then doesn't that look so fucking cool? Shut up. Sorry. And I'm just using it like a paintbrush because that's how they created these. Obviously they were painted. That looks so cool. Okay. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with another paintbrush. This one's a little bit more like concentrated. So it looks like this. And then I'm gonna go in with the water again. And I'm just gonna do some dots because it looks like there's some precise dots that look like splatters. And then some not so precise splatters. So I'm really happy with how that looks so far. So now I'm gonna go in with the waterline and just make it black. I'm going to make one eye kind of look like the background of the cover of the 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge album, and if you look closely you can tell that it's obviously done with marker, and they're like, you could really see the mark making techniques that they used. And so going back in with that palette, I'm gonna alternate between this black, which is this dark blue, which is L Dog. I don't like the names. I think they're weird. Jack and Benny, this white. Shanti G, which is like a, I'm gonna use that one sparingly. And then this red, Gymnast Mems. And I'm just gonna like layer them and try to make it look like the album as best as I can. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna start off with the white. I'm just covering that up because if you look at the album, you can see just some pieces of white popping through. And then I'm gonna go into that light pink shade and just very sparingly just make a couple marks. Then I'm gonna get to work with the dark blue because whenever like the marker is like not fully saturated on the back of the album, it looks more like a dark blue. I'm just trying to make it look like a marker. So now I got the black, I'm just gonna like kind of go over a lot of it. And then I think I'm gonna go in with, didn't this come with a liner? Yeah, okay, so this palette came with a liner. So then I'm just gonna go over a lot of the black because it is not that opaque. Not over all of it, but because it's still, I still want it to have some of that quality. That like, oh, okay, so this actually looks like a marker. So okay. I'm using the fat end for this, but I think realistically you could use either. Kind of like that. Kind of look messy on purpose. And then we're gonna go back in with that red wet liner, and then I'm just gonna put some dots because if you look at the other one, it's got like some splatters of red. That's kind of how it ends up looking. So now what I'm gonna do is that same eyeliner that that has like the more of the brush tip. I'm gonna draw like a curve of guns going around this end, and then one of them is gonna be red because if you remember like the Ring of Fire logo that they had around that era, you see what I'm going for. So that's what they look like. They're a little crude just because it's so small and drawing that backwards on your face is a little difficult. Now I'm gonna go back in with that same eyeliner and just gonna do my regular eyeliner on this eye. I'm gonna go more with a dip liner, more just because it's easier to get dots, and I'm gonna draw like a little a little rosary going under the eye. And then at the end of the rosary, I'm not going to draw a cross. I'm going to draw a razor blade. And how I'm going to do that, you might think, is I'm going to go in this palette and go into this silver that's got a little coffin on it. It says Explosive Light. That's the name of it. And then I'm going to go in with a detailed brush like this. I'm going to draw like the shape of it. Like the outline of it, and then I'm going to draw the center cutout of it with more of that black eyeliner. Okay, again, it's a little crude, but it'll do for now. Then I'm going to go back into that palette, and I'm going to go out with the fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this color, Starless Eyes. Just a reference to one of my favorite songs off the album. And it's got like that little print of the angel with the swords, or like the saint with the swords that they had on all their merch at the time. I'm going to use a fluffy brush and put that right in the crease. And everything in this palette is incredibly pigmented, which I love. And here I'm hoping to like mimic Helena a little bit. As well as Gerard, because he also wore very similar makeup. And should I? Yeah, I'm also going to bring this down to beneath the eye. And then I'm going to go in with a flatter packing brush. And I'm going to go back into Serpent Sun, which is that black. And then I'm going to just cover up the lid, the mobile lid. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Flock of Doves, which has a little rosary on it. Can you even see it? A little bit. Alright, and then I'm going to go into that on my my middle finger. I'm just going to use that as the highlight for both eyes. Oh, little shout out moment. So the way I'm doing this reminds me a little bit Vintage or Tacky. Do you guys remember that channel? Cora Diane, one of my favorite, if not my all-time favorite beauty YouTubers. She's what got me into makeup, and you know how I got into her? In her videos is I was looking up how to do the Helena music video makeup, and I found one of her tutorials, and it wasn't a faithful recreation, but it was still so cool, and that's how I got into makeup, in case you were wondering. So now I'm gonna go back in with the eyeliner and then just do my regular eyeliner with this, and then we're gonna do something crazy, but we'll get back to that. So I had an idea that I don't think I'm gonna do it the way I originally intended on doing it. So I have this black lace. Should I try? I'm gonna try to do what I wanted to do with this, and if it doesn't work, then I'm just gonna do it with eyeliner and try to draw it. So I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna take a little bit of this black lace, not a ton, and I'm going to try to apply it to the under eye area. I got my little bit of lace, gonna put some eyelash glue on the back of it. If this doesn't work, don't talk to me about it. Since that worked, now I'm gonna draw some roses over that eye, wet liner. So now I'm gonna go in with this dark lipstick, Vampira by Kat Von D, and I'm going to just give some more dimension to those roses, just so they don't look so flat. So you see how that like just gave them a little bit more depth? So now I'm going to just give myself a little bit of mascara, and then I'm gonna put on my false lashes. You're gonna die when you see my false lashes. So I got my false lashes from Spirit Halloween. I've been planning this look for a while, and I saw them. I immediately knew like those have to be for my 3 Cheers look. So first of all, they're these little pointy lashes with roses and little red rhinestones on the end. So I think those are perfect. So I'm not super skilled with applying false lashes. Don't talk to me about it. So here they are with their little roses. So now I would say it is time to do the lipstick, and I'm gonna go back into that color Vampira by Kat Von D. I'm gonna try to do like a pointed bow. I don't know how that's gonna go. So now I'm gonna go in with that detailer brush and kind of like perfect the point. And then I'm going to switch that up. I'm gonna go in with a different color for the center of the bottom lid, and it's gonna be same brand, and it's in the color Underage Red, which is like this bright, vibrant, pretty red. I'm just going in with the center, and then I'm gonna outline it with the Vampira again, and then I'll blend it with my finger. Alright, now it's time for a step that I'm not entirely sure is going to work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So I've always wanted to do this. I have this rosary that I've altered. It's this tiny little rosary. And on the ends, I attached these little flat pieces of metal, like that. And I'm going to make it into like a little nose piercing type deal. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to use this. This is Spirit Gum. I would use eyelash glue, but I think this is a little bit more heavy duty. And since it's going on the inside of my nose, I don't think eyelash glue is going to cut it. So I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try. And it's gonna be uncomfortable to watch. I might even edit this out. I'm gonna stick it on the inside of my nose. Oh, that smells. Partial success. We're gonna go for the other one now. I need to reapply some makeup. And that is the completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If it did, please give it a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe for more videos. I will leave all my social media links in the description below, and I also have more videos on my channel where I do MCR album inspired looks and jackets, so go check those out, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.